Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey.
It's Saturday morning. Gates are just about to open, but we're still in the tent because
We're getting ready.
we're getting ready.
Getting ready to party. Yeah. So I decided, you know what?
It is
in Wisconsin.
It is a Wisconsin morning, so we're
having
two very, very lovely Wisconsin breweries.
Yes, deliciousness. And you can ever get Spotted Cow on tap, go for it. And your take on the Cherry Lakeside is?
Cherry Lakeside, I would say, just because I'm a sweet person, I mean...
He is so sweet.
Thank you. I would go, the Berry Weiss is probably my favorite. The Peachy Keen, is that what it's?
Summer Peach or something?
Peach, whatever.
Something.
That's
Juicy
a close
peach.
second. Juicy Peach, thank you. This I would put in a close third, tied with their shandy. So those would be my four.
Okay.
And have we ever had anything else from there besides Spotted
Yes.
Cow?
Well, I've had the there's like a Moon Man, there's a Farmer Girl, I think there's different Nuclearis is the brewing company. So they do have, and I've had like 4 of their different brews so far, but I've only had Spotted Cow on tap. And I do love just the regular Spotted Cow. And there was I think the Farmer's one is a yeastier, heavier one that I liked also. But yeah. Yeah,
and if you watch the channel, you know I'm not a beer person, but I think that is almost like the perfect beer.
Especially on tap.
Especially on tap. If you go to Big Guy's Barbecue in Hudson, they have Spotted Cow on tap.
And deliciousness in food form.
And great food and just a good vibe. And
usually music, it looks
and
like
live
too.
Music,
so live music. So so that's our little beginning of the morning.
So that's hello Wisconsin.
Hello Wisconsin.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'd pour one for my homies, but we're in the tent, so I don't think that Patrick would appreciate that.
No, we'll throw out the rest of the Four Loko later.
Oh golly, rest of the Four Lokos not gonna make it. We did not. We mixed it with some stuff, and
we tried. We gave it a good effort. Yeah,
it's still scary. So yeah. Okay, so yesterday.
Friday.
So Zato, I think is how he pronounced it. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
I
can just go away.
Yeah. Okay.
Zato.
They were on main stage.
Opened up the main stage, and
I'm just gonna put that
and we were in. Well, we renewed our tickets for next year first. There was no line for that.
We got that done. Yep.
And then we got in a very, very long line, or not very, very long.
Relatively well. You got in line, and I went and got water. So we divided and conquered, as he says.
And then she came back, and you're like, "You're still here?"
Yeah, it looked like he was in the same spot, but he wasn't.
I had moved up maybe 20 feet.
Yeah. Right.
It was quite a long line, but it was for Shinedown merch mostly.
And I'm gonna do my makeup so you get to see the transformation
we're gonna be
this to not much better than this. It's gonna all melt off anyways, but
this is true. Yeah,
it's hot, sweaty, sticky.
It's hot in the tent. It's a little bit cooler outside.
There's a little breeze coming through.
There's a little breeze. We got the door open. We got the window open. So we're just doing our thing. So the Zato opened up. I think this is supposed to be the other way around.
There we go. Yep.
And they were good. They had a very familiar, as you said, they musically they sounded a little bit like Trida,
which we miss and love.
We miss. R.I.P. Trida. You guys are awesome.
Come back to us.
And vocally, like the singing style was very familiar, but I couldn't like place it. I don't know. Oh.
It's jaw moves too.
Oh, nice.
That's one of my RockFest things. Chainmail. It's from the chainmail shop at RockFest.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
So they were a little harder, a little Trida-esque. I thought they were pretty good.
I thought they were good, yeah. And then I was looking them up, and I'm like seeing bands like Aeon, and what was the other one? Seventh something. And I'm like, those both sound familiar, and it turns out they're local boys. They're Minneapolis boys. So that's extra cool when we get to see our people on the big stage.
Our peeps up there.
Our peeps. And then speaking of our peeps, so after we got done and got through the merch line and everything, we had to go up to Who's on Top because our buddies Dominion.
Yeah.
We're opening up Who's on Top, and we've talked about these guys before. I'm pretty sure. Tom Croxton and Alan
Dominium.
Snow.
It's Dominium with a D.
Dominium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominium.
Yeah. We want to make sure we're saying it right because
Which in my interview with Tom, we did have to clarify how to pronounce.
Yes.
Because he went on about he's been in a lot of bands that people have mispronounced over the years.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that happens. But we try to make it not happen. But.
Yeah. But he explained where the name came from, and go watch that video because it's really, really cool.
Breaking Down the Music.
Breaking Down the Music, episode 1.
Does Traffic, which is probably
where you're watching this.
So, yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm old and I'm new to this, so that was my excuse. So.
I'm old and older than you, and I've been doing this for a while and still don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Well, we're getting there.
So yeah, Dominium came out and fucking destroyed the place. Did a set of about 6 songs, I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
But still was a full set because they do some nice long epic pieces, and it's all just good. If you're not familiar, I was describing it to our neighbors. Pretty much if like a trad metal band, like a Judas Priest, and a little bit of like a melodic death metal band, and a little bit of a techie proggy metal band, had like a threesome, that would be Dominium. Because all the players are excellent. Tom can do it all. Alan is an awesome bass player. Matt's an excellent guitar player, and and then the other guitar player who I don't know, he's really good too. And then their vocalist, who I think, I'm not even going to say what I think his name is because I'll probably get it wrong. Because I don't actually know. I think it's Micah, but I'm not sure. Dude has range. He can do the growls. He can do the screams. He can do the high Rob Halford stuff. He could do everything in between. Dude's awesome. Which I think is what we said the first time we saw them, and just like totally shit. This guy is So if you're into any of that and like really good, very nerdy, very deep nerdy, lyrical
kind of
Rush-esque stuff. Yeah, definitely check them out. I mean, check them out anyway because they're good guys and they're fun.
Cool. And it's just so freaking just tight and they're good. And then their merch gals are nice, and they, you go for merch. We ended up, I think her name is Kat, that helped me get the right size of tank top.
Yeah. Because it's been getting progressively warmer. Like Thursday, it was nice and kind of coolish, and then a little bit hotter yesterday, and it's supposed to be a little bit hotter today. Yeah. And we were in the merch line for the 2 stages, for the main stage and Who's on Top, and this one was like, I need a tank top. Anybody have any tank tops? And as soon as we walked up we were just entering the tent, and I'm like, Dominium has tank tops. Yep. Right there. And they're white, so that'll be nice.
So now I have, I think, 2 Dominium shirts, and then a beanie. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Very much.
And you have a copy of the CD, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. Oop, wrong. I'm trying to make
wrong. Well, I mean, it's wrong. You could do it.
I mean, I could do it, but they might be like, oh,
be like,
lady.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they came out and they destroyed it, and we said hi to Tom afterwards, and said hi to Alan eventually.
Yes. And then there's also Rachel, who's another merch girl there, who's really sweet. So we were talking with them, and they wanted pictures
who might be Alan's lady.
Yes.
I believe so.
Very well could be, but we might be wrong. But
I might be wrong. But they were talking about coming here because she was saying, I want to come here and have like the full experience, because they pretty much only come for like the day. So they probably went back last night.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, I just want to have. Oh, your brother's calling.
Oh, well, I'll have to answer him. We're in the middle of a video.
To him later?
I'll talk to him later. Sorry,
Garrett. Hopefully it's not nothing,
Yeah, I think he's just he just texted me, so I think it's just
a chat.
Chatting. Yes.
Yeah, and I think we have both Alan and Rachel convinced to come next year and to do the glamping next year. So that would be awesome if they would be our neighbors. That'd be freaking sweet. That'd be a good time.
Yes.
Anyway, So, where are your notes?
We still have to do the Hallows, the Haunted Hollow thing, or whatever it is.
Yeah, we still have to do the Haunted Hallows. She wants to do the fucking rubber band.
I might. We'll see, because I don't know. I haven't, since my surgeries and stuff, I haven't done. I used to be a ride fiend, do Valley Fair, and I just love all of that. And now, yeah, since my surgery stuff, I've been just not so strong for it.
Yeah, and that one with the that one might be a little.
Yeah, so we'll see. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Though she was talking to our tattoo artist, and like 2 of them want to do it too. So you know, might have to jump on that.
Trying to think if I should wear purple or black eyeliner with this.
I mean, I'd always go purple.
Purple? Okay.
Black is.
That is what you told me yesterday,
very traditional,
too.
Kind of played out. Yeah,
all right.
Purple.
Cool. I listen to him. Usually.
Okay, we're
so we were doing the medium, and then okay, so yeah. Oh, and they did have some moshers.
A little bit, yeah.
And then they do have good merch. Yeah, the vocal range. Holy cow.
Yeah, and actually had as you said, they actually had, for being kind of an unknown, this is their first time here. I mean, they're a relatively new band. They only formed like 3 years ago or something.
Something like that.
I think it was a pandemic, and in the wake of Hex Vortices breaking up and all of that, I think they kind of So they're still relatively young. I mean, not seasoned. I mean, they're all seasoned musicians. But
the
band is relatively young. So I mean, considering that, they had a fairly good turnout.
Yeah.
For 11:30 or 12:15 in the morning.
Yeah. So they did have a pretty decent crowd. Yeah, I was happy. I mean, I thought it was great.
Oh yeah. So then, it was supposed to be Saul up on opening or next up on the main stage, but they had to drop out for some reason. I tried to find the post, but I couldn't find it. Taking their place was a band called Moon Fever, out of, I don't remember where they're from. Seattle? I think they're from Seattle.
I think that's what they said.
Yeah, because they drove 9 hours to get here.
And then their van broke down right when they got here.
Right as they got here. And I'm like, you know, that's what
and the singer may or may not have been drunk. He was obviously seems to be angry about something. But
he was in a little bit of a
and he was very dramatic with his singing and presentation and falling down on the stage and just like it was
But that being said, it was pretty damn good.
It was pretty good.
It was your I mean, they didn't even, I wouldn't even consider them even like any sort. They were just a good like hard rock band. I would consider them.
Yeah.
I mean, metal leanings a little bit, like a lot of people are nowadays. But with a singer who looked like a young Johnny Depp.
That's right. Yeah.
And sang. We were both like, okay, who does he sound like? Who's he sound like? And we came up with it. One national reference, one local reference. A little Billy Idol. Actually, a lot of Billy Idol.
Yeah, I was like, Joel or Billy Idol. And he's like, Billy Idol. I'm like, I get them mixed up all the time.
Yeah. And then for you local people, Joey from Uncle Daddy, a little bit of that in there too.
Yeah.
Like when he got into a little bit of the more like soulful stuff, it's like, yeah, that's a little Joey. Yeah.
Got to do something. You might have to cut this out. Oh God, you need to just blow your nose.
Okay.
You might have to cut it out. You got to dive. Okay, bat in the cave. Sorry, like I said, you might need to.
Yeah, I'll edit that out.
You'll edit? Okay, if you're gonna edit, then you're gonna actually blow your nose.
Okay.
Because it's not pretty.
Well, in that case, I'll just
begin again. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry about that.
So, yeah, he is very much like Joey from Uncle Daddy.
Yeah, though he did have a sense of humor. At one moment, he came out and was like, you know, I was going to come out tonight and be all sexy and take my shirt off, but then I saw that guy. And camera went to that guy, and he was kind of ripped. And he was older, too.
He was like, and he's like, what do you, like, eat children for breakfast or something? Which, and then we were just talking to our neighbors this morning, and Art recanted that phrase because he remembered that he said that, so it was hilarious. But so that's they're pretty good though.
Yeah, and like a song and a half in, I'm like, this is not what you would expect from a band called Moon Fever. Like, I was expecting more like 70s hippie-ish kind of groovy, you know, that kind of stuff. But these guys were not messing around.
No. I mean, yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, at first I was kind of like, what? And then the guy was, it was not the band that he was just using like too many F words or.
That's what you have in your notes, so probably.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah, too many F words. Like, dude, like, you don't have to say bleep, F, bleep, bleep, bleep. Like,
yeah, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, calm down.
We know you're angry at the world or something. So, but we don't need to hear it every 3 seconds. But yeah, so it's. But yeah, they were good. Yeah,
they were a pleasant surprise. And not to knock Shine Down at all, but obviously they didn't get the message because on stage he thanked Saul, and I'm like, Saul wasn't.
That is the only thing I could say about Shine Down's performance is that he didn't get the update that it wasn't Saul.
Yeah,
that's that.
Other than that, and we'll get to them. We'll talk at length about them.
Yes.
Because they were incredible.
As usual.
Okay. So then, I didn't.
What you need?
I was just scrolling up.
Tap somewhere else. There you go. All right. Okay.
Okay, I'll let you handle your phone.
All right.
Okay. So next, I don't know if we got a beverage at that point or
probably
anything. I don't know, but we made it back up to Who's on Top. For Living Dead Girl, who you thought.
Yeah, I thought, okay, zombie tribute, zombie-esque, something from like Rob Zombie, White Zombie.
You would assume.
You know, something like that. You know, I'm just thinking, well, I'm going to check it out for sure no matter what, you know. But it was not that.
No, it wasn't.
More of a gothy.
It was.
Badassery,
gothic, power pop punk.
He's so great at describing things. Like I'm not the greatest. He's just got that talent, and he's sweaty.
I am sweaty as fuck, dude.
So there is.
I was going to wear this shirt, but I might have to.
You might have to change it. Yeah, I'm like, I would go naked if I could, which I don't have nips, so I could go topless. But I'm not going to do that to anybody. But yeah, so they were really I was whoa.
Okay, if you remember our review with Butcher Babies, and how like a song and a half in, she was,
yeah, I'm like,
to the merch.
Do you want merch? I don't think
like,
so.
Yeah,
okay,
and she was gone. So I just sat and watched the rest of the set, and yeah, it was another one of those, as you said about Lindy Gabriel, very captivating.
Yeah, captivating. Like you just, I mean, they were all great, but especially the lead singer, which I don't remember her name now. But just she commands your attention. You will, you cannot not pay attention. And so yes, I went over to the merch because I do usually need a bigger size. So I'm like, I don't want to not get one. And so right as I get there, there's one other woman that comes right about the same time as me, and the merch guy's like, I'll be back I'll be right back or something like that. And he he's like, I gotta go on stage, and he just goes. So we're waiting, and we're like literally through like 3 songs, and I'm like,
at this now completely unmanned merch table.
There's nobody there. He's gone, and there's no one there, and so we're just getting like upset because we're missing the show. And so I'm like, forget it. I just kind of scooted like parallel to the table until I could see like a good side view of the stage. And and then the other lady was getting frustrated. She was still standing there. So after a couple of songs, I went back and told her, you go watch some now, and I'll hold our spot. And
because we are bonded at this point.
Yeah, because we were both first there, so we are together at that point, so it's only fair. So she watches a couple of songs, but she wants to get merch too. She doesn't know he's coming back. Well, what he was doing was he was on stage and taking pictures and videos and stuff, which we understand, but still, you do need another person. You
need another person, or you need to let people know, I got to go video the set. I'll be back after.
Yeah, because he didn't
let them know.
Tell us how long it was going to be. If we would have known that, we wouldn't have, been so angsty or whatever. So, yeah, so he does end up being up there for the whole rest of the set. And then like, so close to a couple songs after, or close to a couple of songs near the end, I'm like, okay, so I go back and we go back to watching the lady comes back actually, and so we're waiting, and then he comes finally, and I'm like, yeah, you really do need like a little clock or a little paper. So you got to tell people, like communicate with people, because that was really frustrating.
Yeah, because when you say I'll be right back, as you said, that means at max 15 minutes.
Or even if he didn't say right, maybe he just said I'll be back, but we understood. You know, we didn't think it was going to be that long.
Yeah, there should have been some indication.
Yeah, if you're going to be long gone for that long, you need to let someone. Anyways, so she was a little upset, which I don't blame her. But being that I am now merch girl / band mother for Outlaw Saint, Outlaw Saint, woo! That I do understand like his predicament, you know. But still, you got to communicate with people. So
communicate, or just get one more person. To
that'd be even better. Get another person. Because like the lady that I didn't catch her name, but standing next to me, she said, "Good thing people are honest, because they could have cleaned this guy out
easily. Like
if people weren't honest, you could have had a loot like big time." So anyways, they have a lot of merch. I ended up getting a tour shirt. A pop socket for my phone, which is only $5, and you can't even get a regular one for that. It's pretty cool. And a little not so innocent sticker. It's super cute and little. And 2 CDs. She's got one that's their music, and then one that's covers, which is just fun.
Which they did do 2 of.
Yeah. And I debated, but they did Skater Boy, and what's the other one?
And Gets the Party Started.
Oh, Gets the Party Started, yeah. So they did do some covers, but it was fun. So their merch was they have a line of almost everything you could want for merch. And
then of course as they were getting done, it's like, see us over at the booth and we'll take pictures and whatnot. And the line that formed, it was almost all the way, like the entire length of the structure. And I
had a feeling that's why I was like, I'm going now. Thought I was going to beat the crowd, but Mr. went up to the stage anyways. So, but me and my friend there were first. We were right in the front, so which was great. So we got our stuff, and then I had to find him, and he had to find me, and somehow we still miss each other somehow.
But then we met over at Dominium's table, and we talked to Alan and Rachel, and
they wanted pics of our shirts, and so they're just so sweet.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, so that was Living Dead Girl, like surprise. That was a surprise of awesomeness. Okay, so next was...
Okay, so after that we must have come back here.
I think we did, yes. Food and drinks.
Yeah, because it was Cold on the main stage.
Oh yeah, which we missed.
Who we heard, they were okay.
They were all the same songs.
It was very like,
Yeah, that's what China said.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all had the same tone.
And then it was Uncured on the Who's on Top, which we missed as well. But so we got back just in time for, I know, a band you were looking forward to, which is Stabbing Westward.
Yes. Yeah, Stabbing Westward, I've known, their popular songs, and I've dabbled kind of in them. It's been a while, but I knew they were going to be great. I was like, at least I was hoping. I had a good, strong suspicion that they were going to be great. And they were everything I've ever wanted. They were really put on a good set. You were surprised. You were China and Art were pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I mean, because as soon as they were announced, as soon as the lineup was announced back in February or whenever it was, she was like, "Oh, Stabbing Westward," and I'm like, I know the name, but I don't think I know anything, and I'm not familiar.
Yeah.
And then they came out, and it was entertaining. It was,
And then he kind of was like, I really don't know if I know any songs. I'm like, you will. And then, of course, when I started playing, it's Save Me or Save Yourself. I think it's Save Yourself.
Something like that. She's like,
yeah.
This is the one
you'll know this one.
And by the time, just before it got to the chorus, it's like, oh yeah, I know this song.
Yep. So that's their big song.
Yeah.
One of their big songs.
One of the big songs.
Yeah.
And then they had the thing about, doing a song for the soundtrack for Not Another Teen Movie. And I don't know if they were joking about that or not.
I don't know.
I'll have to, because I don't know if it's in the movie itself, because I've watched that movie way too many times for a man of my age.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie. Have I seen that movie?
I don't know if I've...
If I haven't seen it with you, I haven't seen it.
Maybe. Because that's definitely one on my list that... maybe that'll be Sunday night.
Add it to our...
Because if it's in the film itself, I don't remember it. Maybe it was just in the soundtrack.
Oh.
But they were saying, this is one we did for a movie back in 2000, and we never play it because the version we did sucked. But we did it, and we debuted here tonight, and then, so they did it, and then we're like, okay, good? Yeah, did we keep it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were fun in that regard.
Yeah.
And then the fact that at some point the singer was like, when I go past this line, these go out, so I can't hear.
Yeah.
And just stuff like that just makes it makes the set less mechanical.
Yes.
Like as we were talking, a lot of these bands are like in the middle of a tour when they do a fest like this, and they have their set and they run it, and it's great, but sometimes it just feels very like
kind of cookie cutter
and not personalized and not whatever. But these guys were great. These guys are really good. And I noticed something right away, or almost right away, that I've never seen. Okay, so for you drum geeks out there and music people, the rise of electronic kits, they've been like crazy, and they've been improving all that stuff, and I know people practice with them, record with them, and I know probably some of your like pop bands and maybe hip hop bands maybe use them live. I've never seen a metal or rock or industrial band use them live. He was which kind of, because he cymbals and everything, it looked like either a high-end Roland or Elisa's kit, and he just took it and put it on set, and he was playing it like he was beating the shit out of it. And I'm like, wow, that should be the advertisement for whatever kit that is right there.
Yeah, like you can do it live.
It survived the Stabbing Buster tour. He can survive you.
Yes.
But I just thought that was interesting. Like I'd never seen anybody use a full electric kit live on stage like that, especially a big stage. So I'm like, that was just really interesting.
Yeah. And I'm like, really? Okay, maybe I see it. Really, all of it? Oh, what about his tom? His snare. Snare doesn't look like it's actually. He's like, yeah, I think it is. I'm like, oh, okay, because I'm still learning. I'm still learning this drummy stuff. So yeah. And my mascaras are dried out.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that later, because a big drum company either got bought by or bought an electronic company.
Oh.
DW, I think, either got bought by Roland or bought Roland, one of the two.
The electric part or all of it? The electric part. What? I'm confused.
So Roland is a company that makes like keyboards and electronic drum kits and stuff like that.
Yes.
DW is an acoustic drum company, like custom drums.
Yes.
One of them bought each other. I think Roland actually bought DW.
All of it?
All of it.
So no more DW?
Well, DW still exists. It's just like an umbrella.
Oh, I see. Oh, got it. Okay, so, sorry. Polish moment.
Bought is like whatever, but
okay.
Yeah. But now DW has a high-end electric hybrid kit that looks like a regular acoustic kit.
Weird.
Weird. But has all the triggers, and I've seen a couple reviews on it, and it sounds really good, but it's like.
So explain to me why you would want, like the snare from last night. Why would? Because couldn't you, if it was electronic, couldn't you make it just be like little sheets of like thin things, and then like, because isn't it just like a plate that you can hit on a
pretty much? I mean,
a practice kit or something?
early electric kind of kits, like the ones from the 80s, the hexagonal Simmons ones.
Yes.
So, I mean, that was playing.
You're just like plates,
playing on a tabletop.
Yeah.
The surface was not great.
Yeah. So Is it a feel thing?
I don't know if it's
or
a
is it
feel
aesthetic?
thing, or it might be an aesthetic thing that they started doing actual shells on them, and now you have kits that have actual.
Because I mean, you would think if you can get away with having a lighter kit that fits in places better because it's thinned down because it's electronic.
Why would you? Yeah.
Why do you want one that is that bulky?
That is
still,
a full size kit. Yeah.
When other than maybe aesthetics.
Was it?
I'm just trying to figure this out.
I think it was R. David R. did a whole review on the new DW electric kit. Okay. We'll watch that.
Okay.
Because it looks, really good for an electric. It's
okay.
Yeah. I'm not really sold on electronic kits outside of like practice anyway. But anyway, that's all.
That's a little diversion there because me have 20 questions. So once he told me that, I kind of had to peek at it and try to but.
Yeah, it was really like the symbols that gave it away.
Yeah, because those, even I can figure that out. Yeah, because, those are noticeable. Yeah. Yeah, like his snare looked just like, really close to like just a regular snare. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I don't believe you.
And he pretty much had the same sounds for all the pads, except for one song where he went into like, almost like an 808 like drum machine sound for the first part of it. And I'm like, that's why you use an electronic kit. Especially if you're doing all the different sounds on record, so then you can replicate them.
Oh yeah, okay, yep, yeah. Then they're basically, what are they, triggers or something at that point, or?
No, it's just different.
Different sound programmed into the thing. Yeah. You told me, yes.
Yeah, because you have a brain that you can like program like 15 kits into, and say I want this one for this song. And it'll say, okay, this pad does this pad this.
That's cool. Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get an electric kit just to kind of play with it like that.
Yeah.
And maybe if I could get it to record, that'd be kind of nice. But
that makes sense.
And then I mean, that's not even talking about the different zones. I mean, you could if you hit the head, this way it does one sound, this way another one, the rim does another.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, you can get crazy with electric.
That is pretty neat. I remember talking with, was it Timmy, we were talking with somebody about that one time. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know when last time when Strike did the show on the deck, that the 5-0 got called.
That was funny. That was awesome.
The couple practices we did were on his electronic kit, and I was like, no, this doesn't work. Not for me.
Not for you.
Not for me. Anyway,
right, so now,
outside of that long freaking tangent,
now we have a surprise band.
Oh yeah, because we were like, okay, I forget, like, what the plan was, but it was like, okay, we'll just go here and catch a little bit of them, and then I think that was Motherwind's first set. And we were gonna just swing by and watch this band for a couple songs, and then go over to Motherwind, and then we wound up staying the entire set because
they were very from Japan.
Kaja.
Yeah, because she would have you remember her name.
From Japan.
They're so cute.
They were adorable, and they were awesome, and they were really surprised.
So it was the singer and a bass player, right?
Yeah.
And then a guitarist, and then a drummer.
Yeah, just a trio.
And the drummer kind of reminded me slightly because of the hair of a Japanese animal from the Muppet people.
I could see that. I could totally see that.
But he was having a great time. He would be grinning from ear to ear, and he's doing his thing and just grinning. And then the guitarist was the stoic, like, put together Japanese, like
cool idea of what rock and roll should be.
I'm like barely gonna show emotion, but And then
but I'm just gonna rip the fuck out of it. And
but he was really good. And then the gal, the singer and bass player, was just like talky and sweet, and I thought she was good. Vocals. Vocals were vocals, and then her playing was good, but slightly poppy, but then really rocky. This kind of started out slightly poppy. Then they did do two covers. Yes.
They did a really interesting version of "Sweet Child of Mine," which I kind of appreciated. But then we talked about it later, and the guitarist had what looked like a not a cast, but
like a brace or something, a splint or something
on this finger of his fretting hand. Because I was watching him, and I'm like, he was using these two fingers a lot. And what I know about guitar players is you usually don't use these two fingers a lot.
No.
And he was using them like almost the entire set. And I'm like, okay, something's up with his finger.
Yeah.
So, which is probably why they skipped the whole intro, the guitar intro of Sweet Child. Which is why it took me about a couple of lines to go, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's... I kind of saw the splint thing, but I wasn't thinking much of it. And
yeah, because I don't know if it was like a guitar player thing.
Yeah,
or like,
me too.
Yeah.
I was just like, is that some kind of slide or something, But then when you said that made sense. They were, especially her vocals, and then kind of harmonizing with the other instruments. First I got goosebumps, and I'm like, oh, I got goosebumps. And then I'm like, goosebumps again. And then I just stopped counting. And then I counted to four times I got goosebumps. And then I just stopped counting. And it was like
'cause it was pretty much the entire set.
Yeah, it was just, she has just got a alluring, just, what did I call it? Ethereal, or however they pronounce it? Like,
it's almost
voice.
like an ethereal sultry. Like she could do the clean and clear, but she'd also do like the like sexy whisper thing. And yeah, it was it was interesting and very good.
Yeah, and
very,
I was like, I know they were trying. I'm sure she was trying really hard to not have her Japanese accent come into her American words and lyrics. I know she was trying. I could tell she was trying really hard. Which I don't mind if she has a little here or there, because or even a lot, because she's who she is.
I mean, that's where you're from, so yeah.
I think I saw a couple of times where she would have like a bit of her accent come in, and I almost felt like the guitar player was like, oh, don't do that. Like,
we're American now.
we're trying to not, do that, but I didn't think it undermined their experience at all, because
I mean,
you got to understand how difficult that is.
If anything, I think it added to it.
Yeah,
it just reinforced that we're not from here, but we're here.
This is how good we are,
and we're gonna rock your fucking faces off. Which they did. They were really good.
Yeah, she sing and play the bass and talk to the people and still try to keep her accent out of it. Props, because that's gotta be difficult. Yeah.
Sorry, we're in the campground, so
I've felt that way too.
Chaos is going on.
So okay, so the next, you can continue.
Oh, where are we? Oh,
From
yeah.
ashes to new.
So in the morning when we went to on our daily shopping of merch.
Merch.
Which is
after the merch.
Half of the reason.
Half the battle.
Half the battle. Not the reason we come here, but it just ends up. We just
I know we both, especially. I mean, I've been trying, but we've both been kind of trying to not be so merchy. But
yeah, like Thursday,
really
I was
hard.
pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I think I made up for it yesterday.
Well, because you always got to get Shine Down. I mean, that's just...
Yeah, I mean, that was like... I was looking at the main stage going, okay, definitely going to get Shine Down, something Shine Down. And I was looking at the rest of the bands, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, now I feel bad, because I don't even know if Moon Fever had anything.
They did not.
Okay.
They had a booth, but they
didn't
when we went past, they didn't have anything.
Interesting.
Which is weird. I
kind of like that.
Yeah. And then I was thinking... I don't remember when it occurred to me, but I was thinking, I really, unless it's something like Shine Down where I have to have it, I think I actually do enjoy and like to buy merch from the smaller bands, the side stages, more than the main stage.
Absolutely.
Because if you're on the main stage, especially later in the evening or past 2, you're probably a little bigger of a name, and then you got the bands that are like, driving so many miles and their van's breaking down, and they're, I guess I appreciate to help support them more.
Oh yeah,
so,
of course. Yeah,
which always, but sometimes there's just some main stage stuff you got to get, but.
Well, yeah. So what was my point? Oh yeah, so we got our Shine Down stuff, and then you waited for them to put up the Stabbing Westward merch.
Oh yes.
And you got Stabbing Westward. Yep. And I'm like, all the rest of it. Because it was them. It was Beartooth. It was Parkway Drive.
Oh yes.
And I'm like, I don't think I really know any of these bands. So I'm good. But then we got to the Who's on Top, and it was kind of like, okay, those are just cool shirts. We might need those. So we each got an Atreyu shirt, and I also got from Masters a new shirt, which would and we'll do merch when we get back home. We'll go through all that.
We'll go through all
because we got a ton of it. Yeah, we still have one day left. So I was like, so then they were on. It's like, oh, I suppose you should actually watch them a little bit, see if justify the purchase and all that.
Yeah.
And I mean, they were good. They were. I don't know how long they've been around. I don't know if they were like in the original crop of like mid 2000s, like metalcore bands or whatever. But it was. I mean, I hate to say basic or simple, but it was like your modern like emo.
Yeah, like
kind of halftime rock stuff.
Like your normal stuff, your expected stuff. I mean, but they did have quite a crowd already. They were packed and down the hill. We had to go. We were gonna. You're like, let's try the other side, and then we ended up.
And it was still spilling out a good like 10 feet out of the side of the other side of the tent where the bathrooms were or the porta potties were. So we watched them for a little bit, and I gotta say their stage setup was kind of dramatic because pretty much the only lights. I mean, maybe a couple spots in front was the initials in the back that were lit up.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, that's kind of a cool effect. You can't really see who's in the band, but that's kind of a cool effect.
Yeah.
So we watched them for a little bit, enough to go, okay, they're cool. And then, then we made it back to the Loud and Local stage to check out.
There we go. I needed space.
Can we say our buddies Motherwind, even though we've never really talked to them?
They're our buddies. We're their friends.
Because they're local.
We're their friends, whether they know it or not.
Motherwind. And I first saw them 2 years ago. I caught a little bit of their set while you were getting your tattoo done. And I'm like, okay, remember that name because these guys are good. And then we saw them at the Bud.
At the Doghouse.
At the Doghouse, the Bud Ingram Going Away show. They played that and got to see their full set, and we're like, yeah, that's cool. So when they were announced this year, it's like, okay, we got to catch at least one of their sets.
Yep.
Because they were doing 3, and we did. We caught set 2, and they're a lot of fun. B, they're really talented. C, they got pinatas.
They got pinatas. Yep.
And they're just
no
fun.
Candy though.
No candy. It's filled with baby dolls, and if you get the headless baby doll, you get free shit.
Yeah.
And who doesn't like free shit?
Everybody likes free shit. Everybody likes titties, and everybody likes free shit.
Exactly.
Titties? I guess I just did. And can I say shit? I just did.
So free titties are the best.
Yes.
Ideally.
Free high five!
Oh, and speaking of which, I don't know if you noticed, but across the Eagle ramp from where we were when we were watching Motherwind, there were those 3 girls. I don't know if you noticed the one that had, basically it was a bra that wasn't attached, but kind of with the 2 bows like on the shoulder.
And they were starting to fall out.
And she was jumping, and I'm like, if she jumps 5 more times, those fuckers are going to come out.
Oh, yeah, they were quite...
But they didn't. That kind of surprised me that they held in place. But I was like, somebody's about to get a free show in about 5 seconds.
Yes.
But,
I was wondering, I'm like, E. And then the lady that was in front of us with the red hair, bob cut, she might be somehow with the band or just a fan, but she was taking kind of looked like she was taking some videos and pictures of the crowd and stuff too.
Oh yeah, she might be like one of their mothers.
That's
because they're all. I mean, they're all.
They're young,
relatively young.
Yeah, they're
probably
they're
in
younger.
their mid-20s.
Yeah,
early mid-20s. But again, talented.
I'm gonna end up destroying this. My phone is trying to. There we go. Okay,
absolutely.
We didn't lose you. All right, I'm gonna put my phone up here then.
Okay.
So much mojo dripping. They were all doing their thing and
and the drummer with the twirls and the. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And he was
between the drummer's twirls and general way of playing, the bass players windmilling.
Yes.
They're fun to watch.
They were really
way fun to watch.
And then the drummer would stand up and beat the crap out of him for a while, and then and then I'm like, and then how does his kit survive is what I put, because he was pounding on that sucker. Yeah. And then they did have the guitar harmonies, and then they go and do the playing next in front of each other, and I was really I've seen them before, but I was still they're really good. They're polished.
Really
they sound like they've been playing
forever.
Forever.
And really, really good stage banter too, and not rehearsed stage banter. like out of the blue, the singer was like, I don't know if somebody said something about TV shows, and he's like, anybody seen Ozark?
Oh yeah.
Best series, you know, on the thing. Jason Bateman. Yeah. And then they went into the next song. It's just kind of like, okay. Yeah. Just shit like funny. That I love. That's what I love about seeing live music, is you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed their set really much so. So yeah, so of course I had to get a shirt because I didn't have a shirt at all yet.
Yeah, so we wound up getting
shirts and
3
CDs.
shirts.
Yeah, 3 and a CD. And CD. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, so we had to in CDs. I just love CDs. And okay, so then we're on.
Okay, so then we're back to
main stage.
Oh, then we came back here because I think because we missed.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of costume changes.
It's RockFest. Because it'll get hot.
Because we actually got smart and said, once the 8:30 band is on main stage, we should probably put warmer clothes on and grab our hoodies because it's getting cold real quick. Yeah. So we've learned that. We're slowly learning. So for Beartooth / Icy Stars, we were kind of back here.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
So Stabbing Westward. So.
Oh, maybe did we change before?
We might have changed. No,
yeah, because From Ashes to New was at 7:25.
Yeah, we didn't change. We went after Ashes to New. That's why we missed Icy Stars. Because remember, we stopped. We looked at Ashes to New for a while, and then we kept going. We went out.
Oh, did we go out?
I think we went out then. And then because Icy Stars we missed, and we missed Cold. Oh, Cold is... Okay, so yeah, so we missed Uncured. So we watched Living Dead Girl at 1:40. Then we must have come back at So Cold, then Stabbing Westward, then Beartooth.
Yeah.
So Beartooth, we must come back at Beartooth.
Yeah. And we must have come back after them. And then...
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line. We missed Beartooth. Yes. Is what we're saying.
Yeah.
We caught a little bit... And again, I didn't really know them. I think, side note, where Outlaw Saint is recording, the engineer was, for some reason we were talking about guitar tones, and he was talking about Beartooth and how they have this like incredible guitar tone that you can't figure out, and blah blah blah. Oh. So I was like, okay. So I pulled them up on Spotify one day, and I don't know if it was the latest album I listened to. I got through about a song and a half, and I'm just like, yeah, it's alright. Yeah. It sounds like modern metal. And then I think their song that they've got right now that's big on the radio was like I Was Alive or something. So and it's an okay song. But yeah, so I mean if we would have gotten to see them it would have been nice, but you know, cool, but, can't see every band. You really can't see every band. Again, that's a lesson we're learning.
Yeah,
is you can't see
just everyone.
You have to almost kind of pick and choose.
Yeah. So yeah, so that was where are we at now? So now
next
we're
up on the main stage is Parkway Drive, and again that's another band I know the name. I don't think I've heard anything by them, because I'm pretty sure they were in that first crop of like with like not quite Trivium in them, but like The Used and Parkway Drive and Job for Cowboy and like all those kind of bands. I think were all in the same time. Kind of group. I'm probably wrong,
which I'm not very super familiar with.
So I kind of knew the name, and didn't know what to expect. And I mean, they were good. Singer was a little aggressive, but
yeah, he was quite aggressive. Yes. So yeah, I just have that they were a 5-piece band. I don't know why at that point in time I decided I needed to state that, but so they're. Go ahead.
Well, when we first got down, because I remember, we must have been coming back from camp or something, because we were coming in from that side, and I saw the stage and I'm like, okay, Big Riser in the back, drums are on this side, there's nothing on this side.
Yeah.
What's up with that? That's kind of weird. But then, first the bass player was stationed on the other side, and then he would switch with the guitar player. So I was like, okay, so somebody has to be on that side at all times. Like what?
I think maybe just.
But then eventually all three of them came down, and it was just an odd kind of setup.
Yeah. It was kind of. I mean, it was kind of nice that, especially the drummer,
because he was up higher,
so you could see.
So you could actually see him. Yeah, which is kind of nice.
And then the one guitarist would go up on the one side. So So it was nice to see. And then they did have kind of, it seemed like the way that they would move around the stage and stuff was kind of choreographed or whatever. And then playing guitar here, go over and sing with that guy or whatever. And then they did have fire.
Lots of fire, new fire.
Yes,
new fire that we haven't seen before.
Yes, that was pretty cool. They did have some harder thrashier songs.
A little bit.
Well, there was one that was stated even by him that it's a thrashy one. So
that wasn't really a thrashy one.
Okay. See, this is because I don't know what I'm talking about. So it's
okay. Aside here, this is my problem with most like modern metal. Is that whole like that's the template that everybody's using. And that gets old real quick. So a lot of like bands from that era, like that's their like main sound. So I'm good for a couple songs. I'm just kind of like, just do something, do a different beat, just something. Come on, just but I mean, performance wise, they were good. They were really good. I gotta say.
Oh, I lost him. Okay. They did like their crowd participation.
That they did.
Seemed like they had a pretty good amount of fans. Like there was quite a few people there that were like singing and like with them. They did have some long operatic kind of songs.
Oh yeah.
Epics kind of a thing like going on. They kind of had some really badass more fire is what I said. So they did,
because they didn't just have the single flames that go up or from the ones from the side. I hadn't seen those, and I'm like, those are cool. Bring those back. Those are awesome. But they also had like almost like trays. Like 4 trays, 2 in front, 2 in back of just constant fire. Which was a really good effect.
I don't know. They're probably like marshmallows right now. And then he said that the singer gave him our friend Timmy Leonard from was it Strike 13?
Strike 13,
and he's got a whole bunch of other bands. But he's giving me angry Timmy vibes.
Because he had kind of the same build, and I could like interchange Timmy's face onto him, and it'd be kind of the same thing.
The angry Timmy. Yeah. So they did. I said hard. Oh wait, that's the next guy. Okay, so now I gotta move down. Okay, I forgot to put spaces between my paragraphs.
Have to organize your notes.
So so that was Parkway Drive. It was good.
Yeah, it wasn't quite what I was expecting, but it was good. Yeah.
And with a name like that, it's kind of hard to know what you're actually gonna get.
That's the one that cracks me up about that crop of bands is the naming doesn't match what they do at all. Like Parkway Drive. Really?
No, is that the one that was really hip hoppy? Kind of had like the black MC Hammer almost pants, I think, and like the vesty thing.
Yeah, the weird with the weird zipper that was exposed that I thought was open but wasn't. And,
so they were a little hip hoppier too.
Half of it was screaming, half of it was like this high pitched kind of rapping. Not quite high pitched like 311, but not coming out of that head. It didn't quite fit. So
and
I think they're English.
They had an accent.
And they were saying they flew 19 hours to get here.
Oh, I didn't hear the
So maybe Australian? I don't know. I'll have to look them up.
We'll have to check that out.
But they're I don't think they're American. Because I think you could fly this coast to this coast in less than 5 hours.
Yeah, 16 hours has got to be overseas somewhere.
I would assume so.
Yeah. European possibly.
Yeah,
yes.
I'll have to look them up. But anyway, like Lakeshore Drive, Lorna Shore, Job for a Cowboy, like a bunch of these bands, you expect something else, and they come out and scream and rip your head off, and it's like, okay. But then you have another, I think, because that's where we are, right?
We're on Atreyu now.
Yeah, another band, I think, from that crop. Atreyu is, again, and that's the thing, it's like a lot of these headliners seem like, still in my head, seem younger, but it's like, oh yeah, Seven Dust, they've been around since like 97. Even Shinedown's been around since 2003. It's like,
and it's
Jesus
like, where does the time go?
Where does the time go? And it's like, even all these young bands are like 20, 25 years old. It's like, Jesus.
And I don't think we've mentioned it yet, but RockFest is 30 this year.
It's their 30th anniversary.
So this is the Dirty 30 birthday. So
1994.
So, which is crazy. I mean, I remember hearing about it back I graduated in 96, and I was like, it would be awesome to go to, but, you know, I was busy, like, working and, you know, studying and being a nerd, so I never got to, you know, come do this. My sister did. My sister did,
Yeah, and I remember once I got on Facebook, like seeing the lineups like every year, and not kind of ignoring all the main stage acts and just seeing who I might know in like the side stages, because I mean a lot of bands that I knew played here. I mean the first time Gabriel and Apocalypse was here, Rebel Queens have played here a couple times, Casters played here a couple times. You know, like a bunch of people that I know is like, oh, that'd be cool to see. And then I finally find this one, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna go to RockFest. Okay.
I don't even have to say get in the car, bitch. He's just in there.
And we have already purchased our tickets for next year, so
of course
it's a done deal. So I just have to wait for the email from Patrick say, want your tent? Yes, please.
Yes, we do. We want our tent.
Anyway, so Treyu, who I'm pretty sure has been around for at least 20 years, if not longer. And again, huge crowd on the not quite as big as Seven Dust, but still pretty sizable.
I thought that was a great crowd,
especially when they did the crane shots from the back. It looked fucking huge. But then you look at when I was watching Shinedown, it's like, yeah, that crowd was huge. But that's like, you know, the very first part of the pit right in front of the stage. Yeah, that's what Atreyu played to. And Shinedown played to this.
Yes.
All the way up the hill, all the way both sides. I mean,
I think everybody was there for
Shinedown.
So,
all 35, 40,000
should be
people.
Really, like I've been saying this morning, if you don't like Shinedown at least a little bit, how do we fix you? Because there's, I mean, somebody might comment something, but I don't know anything bad about them, and I think they're all good people, and they fucking rock, they love their crowd.
They seem like solid dudes. They know how to put on them. Okay, well,
but we're not done with Atreyu yet. Sorry, we're sidetracked.
We got sidetracked.
Yes, I do that.
Because again, we had to watch it on the TV, which again was a little. I mean, we're a little bit closer this time, but not
it's
enough.
Still not the same.
We were on the sides. We could kind of see heads bobbing up on the stage, and in the little bit we watched Atreyu, and a little bit we watched Seven Dust. I think I'd rather see Atreyu.
I believe it.
Which is sad, because I actually really like Seven Dust.
Yeah.
But just show wise, it's like it seemed to be a funner show at Atreyu. It didn't seem quite as heavy.
Yes.
Emotionally heavy, not.
Yeah, Atreyu was heavy. That's for sure.
Well, so was Seven Dust.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, they are. Yep.
But yeah.
And then they were.
Oh yeah. So the singer, and again, 30 years RockFest has been around. First time they're allowing any moshing, and it's only at the Boneyard stage in Kate's little area. So the singer from Atreyu at some point was like, okay, this one we got to get that circle pit going. You guys don't, and then start the song, and then he just like, no, stop. Let's gotta start. No, I don't think you guys heard me. Get that circle. It's kind of like, dude.
Yeah.
And then, so of course they showed it on the monitor, and they started to, but then there was at least two security guards in there, and I wasn't sure if they were joining or trying to stop it.
No, I think they were trying to stop it.
They got it going for a little bit though.
Yeah.
Enough to appease the singer to continue the set, but I just found that was just kind of funny. It's kind of like, yeah, you really got to read the.
Someone didn't tell him.
Someone didn't. There was a miscommunication there.
Yeah. And he tried.
He really tried, and yeah, but I would see them. I would see them.
Oh, absolutely. It'd be nicer to be a little closer to them next time, but that's.
Yeah, I mean, I would see like if they came through and played like. I mean, they probably play like
or something. Or
well, probably
Route 47.
Probably not. They're bigger than that.
Oh, okay. Well, then where? Because I keep interrupting.
Probably like Skyway. Like the big room in Skyway.
I can see that.
I mean, maybe like the Armory.
The big room. I've never been in the Armory.
Neither have I. So. I mean, they probably wouldn't play like Target Center or XL, but probably like the Armory or the Fillmore, Skyway, someplace like that. That'd be fun to see.
Okay, that would be fun.
And you could get a circle pit going.
There's all great places to see shows, by the way, guys. If you're looking for some places in Minneapolis area, so that's.
Absolutely, yeah.
Great places.
Venues keep closing, but yeah, they pop up.
Yep, we got, and then White Rock and St. Paul.
White Rock and St. Paul, which is
It's tiny, but it's good. It's good.
It's a very good dive bar.
It serves its
and the
purpose.
Community there seems to be really, really cool. So
yeah, so come see us. And and then next was
well, between the two, we'll talk about our little food adventure.
Oh, okay. Which I already forgot about, but okay.
Yeah, so we watched Atreya for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, do you want to go down to our seat or grab some food, go down to our seats before we can't get to our seats?
Oh, that's right.
Because it was gonna fill up.
He's smart.
So we were talking. It's like, oh, crab ragoon. I want some more crab ragoon because we had that the night before.
Yes.
Which is really, really good.
It is really good.
And so we got in line, and of course, there's a huge line at the egg roll place, and sitting there waiting, and then everything just kind of stops. They stop taking order, and they're just like getting stuff out, and like I think they had a problem with the rice or something or whatever. They're just so there was a good 20-25 minute wait when they weren't taking any orders, and I was like the second person in line. So we're just kind of sitting there hanging out, and the people behind me, because I was wearing one of my
booby shirts,
and they were commenting on that, and we just started talking, and they were talking about I mean, lots of stuff. They were, because they were kind of veterans. I mean, one had been to like 6 RockFests. I think the other had been to like 5 or something. And they're talking about Cold Set and how there were certain songs that they felt Cold should have done, but maybe weren't allowed to do. And I'm like thinking, I'm not that familiar with Cold, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to agree because that's what we do. And then you went off to get coffee.
Oh, okay.
And you actually took a while to get coffee and came back, and I was still standing there.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what are we doing?
There's a wait on my hot coffee, actually. So I wasn't going to get iced coffee, but they were selling hot coffee, which it was pretty much just black because there was no creamers left. And then there was sugar if you wanted it. But so it was getting kind of cold at that point. So hot coffee, and then I got cinnamon roll mini donuts.
Oh, those were yummy.
And they were really good. They
those are really yummy.
All a bunch of flavors. But so and I got done and I went over and he was still waiting. So
yeah, and then we were chatting, and then we chatted about the freak show and just general kind of talking as we're waiting for them to
wrestling and how there used to be wrestling.
And then the one's husband is a wrestler, but she's not really into it.
Yeah.
The whole childhood thing, and I'm like, I mean that. Again, if you're Gen Xer, you know, and if you were one of these people, you knew on Saturday morning, as soon as wrestling came on, cartoons were over.
Yep.
You watched wrestling, and then you went outside and played for the rest of the day.
Get the heck out of my house. Yep.
Want to drink, get it from the hose, come back when the street lights come on.
Yep. Now, if I call you with all 3 names, your ass is grass and your name is mud.
Oh.
That's what my mother always said. She would call on you with all 3 names.
You better skedaddle.
You better not just come. But then again, when they catch you, you're in bigger trouble. But anyways, that's an aside.
So we finally got our food, and they were nice. They apologized for the wait. I'm like, no problem.
They were very nice, and they were busting, like they were
working their asses
really working. You could see them, like they were not dilly dallying. So.
No, they were churning stuff out,
and people were really respectful. Like
I mean that one dude on the side, in the red, he seemed a little aggravated,
little antsy,
but it's just like, dude.
But I think they might have messed his order up, something, because I think they said something about sorry about the problem with your chicken.
Oh.
So I don't know what happened there, but it sounded like there was a mess up there.
That's maybe a little bit justified, but it's like, dude, it's fine.
But still, things happen, Yeah. I'm sure whatever it was, they didn't do it on purpose.
Oh, no.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we got back to our seats, just in time for Shinedown.
Yay.
As before, they put on probably one of the best sets of the weekend so far. Because they always do. I told her after, I'm like, if they're not at least top 10, if not top 5 best live bands in the country, I don't know what's going on. Because they're fucking incredible. Yeah,
I don't even have any notes for Shinedown because you don't need them. Fire, awesomeness. They care about the crowd. People singing.
If you've never sang Skinner's Simple Man with 30,000 other people, you got to do it. It's cathartic. It's awesome.
It's definitely they do really enjoy their crowd participation, and they do send up the drones to go over the crowd.
Oh yeah, with the.
Yep, and they have you do.
I'd be interested to see that footage.
I'm sure it's online already.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do like to do their fan footage and stuff, and then there was a little old lady that I don't know who or what or why, other than just being adorable and really old and
knowing every single word,
knowing every word and rocking out, and they dedicated a song to her,
and she just about broke down.
She actually stood up out of her like chair and like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. They really like their fans. So they're a great band. Like if you ever get a chance to see them, I don't care how many times I've seen them. This was, I think, my 5th time.
My 2nd.
Yeah, I'll just keep on seeing them. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely an experience that you will not forget. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're phenomenal.
As they said, as they're walking off, 8th album coming soon.
Yes, 8th album coming soon. He had just asked me I think in one of our other videos that they're coming up with something new right now, and I'm like, I don't think they have anything new yet, but he's like, they will.
Yeah,
and he's right.
They will.
They will. So that was the announcement last night. So yeah, and it's not goodbye. It's until next time. Yep. So. Yeah,
and they're one of the few bands I've seen that they could take pretty much any of their lyrics and put it on a T-shirt.
Oh,
and it works.
Yes.
Because I saw the one. What was it? You Can Try, but the Dead Doesn't Die. And I'm like, I wonder what that is. And then I play that song. It's like, oh. And then My Masters Are Real. It's like, oh, that's enough. Okay.
Yeah, there's like, if you're like, I don't know any Shinedown songs. Yes, you do.
At the very least.
I will guarantee you know them.
You know.
Well, I know I suck at thinking of titles.
Madness.
Sound of Madness.
At the very least, you know Sound of Madness.
Yeah.
At the very least. But you probably know.
Enemies. I mean, you probably know Enemies.
I mean, you probably know a bunch, but at the very least, you know Sound of Madness.
You know, I mean, granted, they didn't play all the songs I would have liked them to have played, but if they played all the songs that everybody wanted them to play, they would be doing a 3-hour set like Rush.
They would be the only act at RockFest. It'd just be them all weekend playing their entire catalog. Which would be awesome. No one would complain.
We can have a Shinedown Fest. Somebody get on that. We might end up killing Shinedown, but which we don't want to do. Don't kill the drummer. Don't kill Shinedown.
No.
But yeah, no, they're just so good, so good. Such heart, and the fans, we reciprocate. And yeah, like everybody was singing. Like, yeah, it's so good. I almost cried a couple of times because I'm a big fat nerd. But yeah, it's just fabulous.
And just the fact that I forget which song it was, because I remember that one from last time, and he did the long explanation, and he's like, we usually do that, but we're not going to do that this time. We're just going to let the song speak for itself. And I'm like,
exactly,
cool, because we all know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's so good.
So they know how to read the crowd and how to manipulate is the best word I can use.
Yeah.
I mean, they know how to work a crowd.
Coax the audience participation out of us.
Yeah, their crowd work is some of the best I've seen. I was just saying this morning, aside from Papa Roach.
Oh yes.
Which is probably the best crowd work I've ever seen.
Oh yeah. And Jacoby will be running up and down in between with the seats and doing selfies with people
underneath the fucking bleachers and that was insane. That was awesome.
Yeah, he is the king of working the crowd.
Yeah, I would see those guys again.
Yeah, so good. I don't know what 2 or 3 times I've seen them now, but yeah, they're another band to definitely see. Papa Roach, if you ever can see them live, go for it. Absolutely. So then the only one I have left on that list.
Then we went up to the Who's on Top after all this very positive. This is the way that I felt, at least.
Positive, polished.
That this very positive, very happy, very like glowing, like we're all in this together. I felt we got up there to see the Rumors, and I felt assaulted.
Oh, but only in the best way. I
don't know. It was
vocally assaulting, or
just the whole vibe felt off from last time we saw that, from the last times I've seen them.
They seem spicy.
They seemed
the girls
really spicy.
Seemed kind of spicy.
Well, it's a new bass player, and I'm pretty sure a new drummer.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think the only one left is Carly, the guitar player. But I'm pretty sure that's a new, and I know it's a new drummer, and I'm pretty sure it's a new bass player too.
That's weird, because weren't they like a...
They were a 4-piece at one point.
No, like a relationship? Isn't that the band where they were like a relationship? And like I might be misconstruing something. Okay.
But I'm pretty sure Carly's the only original, And yeah, the vibe was like completely different.
It was like
from
kind
the
of
last
vicious.
time we saw it. It was
kind
very
of bitey.
There was a lot of this. There was a lot of spitting. There was a lot of
like
almost insulting,
tongue lashing, literally. And
that being said, the music was great. They still put on a hell of a show.
Well, I think they were just trying to. The vibe I got from it was like the bad girl, angry at the world, angry at the men.
Very angry at the men.
Angry. Which, I mean, they did beautifully.
Yeah, if that was their message, they delivered it.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Ideally. Yeah.
So.
And again, nothing against the Rumor. I mean, we like the Rumors.
Oh, yeah,
We've seen them before.
Great.
They're great.
Yep. I've got my towel.
And you should still
somewhere.
go check them out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this vibe was just completely different than any other time I've seen them. It was just very, very harsh and even musically, as I was saying, it seemed a lot more almost hardcore
sharp.
Punk, almost like metalish.
I was gonna ask you about that last night actually, and I didn't put it in my notes, and I meant to.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna say, are they a punk band? Because
they were always more of like a
rock
band.
Yeah, more rocky, but they are big time punk.
Maybe with the new members the whole thing is kind of, but yeah, it's like almost like
it's
hardcore
like a punk girl band now.
It's definitely a Riot Girl throwback for sure.
Because I thought is it just me? Did I miss something last time? Is it this what they really are, and I just didn't get it? But yeah, they went way punky on it. Yeah, and they're really good.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not complaining about any of that. Like the music they played was awesome, and it was very, very like energetic, and that's what you need when you're playing.
And you can tell they're all super freaking talented too,
oh yeah, so for sure.
They totally hid their drummer back there. Like you can't even see the drummer at all.
Him or her, I didn't even see.
Him or her, or whoever it is. There's just drums. And you know there's something moving back there, but you can't picture who or what.
But
or anything.
I mean, that being said, really good. I would still recommend going see them.
Oh yeah.
But just the vibe was off for me.
Absolutely. I'm gonna grab my towel if I can. Find it. It's right here. So yeah, and then we didn't get over to their merch, which I forgot about. But they did have this put your love on my face towel. It's a nice terry cloth microfiber towel with a little hook for. And I got this last year, the year before, one of those years. Oh, I got this at one of the smaller places.
Yeah, when we saw them, I think at the Entry.
The Entry. That's right. We saw them at the Entry. That was my first time seeing them. But yeah, this is an awesome merch idea and
that is one of their songs, by the way.
Yeah, it is one of their songs, which is just fucking badass. So,
like the vibe before was like kind of cutesy sexy.
Yeah.
This is like punch you in the face.
Yeah, like punch you in the face, tie you up, mutilate you a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You'll get off, but you'll get off on my terms.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it was definitely a great show.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, captivating too.
Energy like nobody's business.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So
lots of jumping and
and 3/4 naked girls. I mean, because all the guys like that. So, but
though I noticed like after the first couple songs, a lot of like guys leaving, and I'm like,
oh, I did too.
And I was thinking, at first I was like, huh, and then I'm like, oh, these must be, and again, triggered warning. These must be like really, really overly macho, like insecure guys that can't handle that kind of aggression towards them.
Exactly. I really, after like the first couple songs and I started seeing them leaving, I'm like, oh yeah, they're the ones that can't take it.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are big, bad, macho, but oh no, there's a woman and she's threatening me. I feel intimidated, but I'm never gonna say it. I'm just gonna say, oh, this suck, I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you show me your tits.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see any tits yet. I'm gonna leave now.
Though they were asking for them. Yeah. Eventually.
Yeah.
But no.
And that might be another reason why they got kind of spicier, like, because of that kind of business. But
I don't know if you saw, but one girl over here did apply to them.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. I mean, I didn't see all of that, but
I saw
a
little side boob, but
a little side boob. Yeah. I saw that. They did get some boobies.
That's a bass player song, and I think Carly was still talking. The bass player was like, "Hey, there's tits over
yeah,
here.
Yeah. She didn't see. Carly didn't see. Yeah, she's like, hey, you missed it. You missed it.
Yeah, I mean, so I have no problem with the message. It's just so different from the last time it was just a little bit jarring. That was so different from the last time we saw them.
I could agree.
That was my whole thing. Like, now that we know that that's what they are, you know, it'd be easier to
well, and like we said yesterday too, bands evolve.
Oh yeah,
you know,
for sure.
You can't expect nothing. No river is the same from one second to the next.
True.
So you can't expect a band to stay. It's like everything else, and every other relationship, and everything. Things change. They grow. They do this. They do that. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Can't expect. Oh no, they didn't make their set exactly like it was in 2002.
Right.
You know, like they changed something.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Yeah,
can't expect that.
And if this is the direction they're going, I'm all for it. Because I don't think anybody's doing that, so it'll give them a leg up.
Oh, they're gonna.
If anything,
if they can, they should be getting bigger if they're gonna do it like this.
Yeah.
This I can see them getting bigger.
Because musically, it's. I mean, it's not overly accessible, but it's accessible enough that they shouldn't have any problems getting it. Like played anywhere.
Yeah.
And then come to live shows and.
Oh yeah.
If you're into getting insulted and spit on and getting a lot of middle fingers thrown at you, then you're in for it.
Yeah, it's definitely you're gonna, if you catch the act, it's gonna catch you. It's definitely one of those
for sure
that is intriguing.
It's one of those you cannot look away.
No.
Yes.
Although we did leave like maybe one song before the end,
something like that.
Just because my feet were done and. I was just like, we have seen them before, and we'll probably have many more opportunities to see them. So I was just like, man, I gotta be able to get back to the tent, and he can't carry me, I can't carry him. So
and we haven't figured out the whole backpack wagon thing. For mutual carrying. So, but
one of these days. So
So it was a very kind of teeter-totter end of the night, like really really good vibes, positive, all of us together, and then hack to
oh my gosh, exactly
but again
but in the best way.
That being said, it's awesome. I'm not insulting them in any way, shape, or form.
No, we love them.
I mean, they're great. And I'm sure Tank would still love to do many shows with them.
Tank is
and he'll be right there front of the stage just taking a hold of it.
Yeah,
because that's what he does.
And that's fine. That's what everybody does. Everybody's got their own thing. So, yeah.
Oh, and just a side note that one of the other tribute bands this year was Hybrid Theory.
Oh,
which we did miss. They're also local boys.
And they're
which we did miss. But they were packed for all three of their sets, and Sheena was saying. She's asking about them, and I'm like, they're Minneapolis or St. Paul based or whatever. She was like, they sound exactly like he sounded exactly like Chester, and I'm like, that's kind of what they do.
Yep. I saw them my first time seeing them and 10,000 Days a few years back, and same level as 10,000 Days. Like you would think you were at a Tool concert. You would think you were at a Linkin Park concert. Like. From Hybrid Theory, they're really so good. Freaking good.
Really,
like
really good.
You think somebody's got the radio blasting. Like they're just so freaking good. So it would have been nice to have gotten to catch a little more. We got to hear some, but not really see any. So.
Yeah, that is the advantage of where our seats are, because we're literally right next to the tribute stage. So anybody playing there, we can at least hear a little bit.
Yep.
Between the main stage acts, but. So we've rambled long enough.
Just trying to see what else that. I don't think there is anything else. Nope.
The only the only other thing that of note that happened yesterday is we found the other booby shirt guy.
Which
I think we ran into him last year too.
Possibly.
And I'm pretty sure we took a picture last year too.
And I do. Then I did get a picture of you guys.
Yep.
So we do have. Excuse me. So we do have pictures. So.
Yeah, and that'll all be shared.
Yeah.
And probably a separate post.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll do the videos one, and all the pictures and whatnot, another one. But and so we're Saturday, last day. And
don't know how it happened already, but okay.
It always goes by so good. Like, we get there Wednesday, it's like, oh yeah, we got all weekend. And the next thing you know, it's Saturday morning, and you're just like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yep.
But.
So yeah, I guess off we go. We already hammered on hard. We probably missed. They're 11:30 a.m.
Motor City had just started 10 minutes ago. Their first set.
All right. Okay, so yeah, well, we're gonna go out and start checking some music.
Some music out and do all that, and maybe we'll run to the Gaster Boys.
Totally almost totally. We saw Stacy yesterday, like in passing.
Well, I mean, technically, I saw Alex and
Kat
and maybe Steven when I was looking for you.
Oh, Alex and Caitlin. And maybe Steven. Oh, yeah, I did see them.
Yeah, but
they came. I saw Steven and I think Kat. They came up like right as the Living Dead girl was finishing.
Yeah.
And then they went off.
Yeah, because I saw the group of them here, and I was so concerned in finding you, I didn't
I'm not gonna go anywhere.
No, I know, but I just like to know where you are. Especially when I just saw you, and then you're gone.
I'm gone. Like, where? Oh no, I can't see her. Where is she? What's she doing? What's she up to?
Oh, she's just in the merch line. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What's she up to? I'm just being a fiend for the merch. Me and my friend that I don't know her name of, we were first.
Yes, you were first.
And that was a long effing line, so I'm glad I went. I had a feeling.
She was offering pictures.
Oh, that's right.
And if you saw the top that she was wearing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was quite an intriguing top.
She was another one. It's like, if you keep jumping, they're just gonna.
Oh, I know.
Slip out.
There's been a lot of bands with gals that I want to know how they're keeping those things in, because if they have like
lots of tape.
The tape,
probably lots of tape
in there, because I don't know how they didn't fall out. Not one nip slip. I'm shocked. I mean. Wow, that's crazy. But I need more caffeine. I'm falling asleep again. I'm gonna hit a get coffee when we go in. I got an energy drink over there, dear.
Well, this is right here.
Maybe we get sponsored by Monster. We're not sponsored, but we love Monster.
We're not sponsored by anybody. Can we get sponsored by Monster and Leinenkugel's and
New Glarus
and
Urban Decay
and Mountain Dew
I don't know where my eyeliner
Converse
right now, but yeah, there
everybody.
We go. Yeah, that sounds
everybody
great.
sponsors.
Yeah,
just
that'd be great. We'll take all the help we can get. So. And all the eyeliner we can get.
And all the eyeliner we can get. Have to look at that.
Eyeshadows. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see any eyeshadows on there, though. You'll have to look at the site.
Maybe they're gone.
Anyway, yeah, so I think that's everything that happened yesterday. Pretty sure.
Yep.
And if we remember anything, we'll tell you later.
Yep.
So it'll be once we get back home, it'll be a merch haul and then anything we forgot. Little tidbits of recapping. Yeah, but I think that's it. So we're gonna go. We're already a little bit later, but that's all right.
Yeah, it's already about 12:30, so we missed something. We missed some bands.
We missed some, but that's okay.
We missed Hammer Down Hard.
Oh yeah.
And Never Awake just kind of started, so and I don't know about the side stages.
Yeah.
And is Holy Wars, is that like what band is that?
That is not a Megadeth cover band.
It is not a cover band.
I thought it was.
Okay.
Because I did look them up. I don't remember what it said, but they're not.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Nope.
All right. I was just curious about that. So, and Blue Felix. I'm excited to see Blue. I've heard a lot. I've got cousins that like them.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've seen Blue Felix. Because I get Blue Felix and Piranha mixed up.
Yeah.
And I have seen Piranha.
Oh.
Years and years and years ago.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen Blue Felix. So yeah. So that'll be good. That'll be fun. So
we got some good bands coming up.
Yeah.
Liliac. I'm curious because I've heard that name around for a while now. Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course we're closing tonight with Chevelle and Jelly Roll. So that'll be good.
That'll be awesome. Jelly Roll. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So we'll be going and the gate line shouldn't be long, but the merch line will probably be insanely long.
Yeah, probably. I'm guessing.
But I mean, I suppose we could just go on the side of the line and just kind of look and see what they have. And,
just a good idea. So
anyway, bye for now. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Everybody be good and be safe.
Don't be a dick.
But have fun and don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
And support every single one of your locals. God, I haven't said that in forever.
It felt good, didn't it?
It did.